African Attitudes is a white paper event. It's one in a series that we've been running for some years now, and we've chosen to focus specifically on the idea of understanding the African consumer in a lot more depth and detail, because many marketers who we come across, both those in Africa and those entering Africa as a new market opportunity, do tend to focus a lot on just pure numbers, and they look at hard quantitative fact when they're assessing how they go to market or what their route to market is in Africa. And we've, through a number of different projects with clients across 17 different countries in Africa, have built a real understanding that the way to make inroads and real difference and actually build proper brands across Africa does require not just an understanding of the numbers, but a real deep understanding of consumers. And obviously that might seem like an obvious fact for any market in the world, but sadly in Africa it's often put aside, and people are so over enamored with the fact that there are these thousands and millions and billions of people, or over a billion people, that can be targeted, that people forget that actually one country is different from another country, and just being in Kenya doesn't mean you can apply the same rules or marketing process or rhetoric in Uganda. So it's really critical that we understand the attitudes, or firstly the different types of consumer archetypes that exist in Africa, and then what attitudes do they hold that marketers can then use to connect in to and build relevance and connection with, so that obviously they can build relationships which are more meaningful over time. We're going to have two speakers on the day. There's 2 days, by the way, one in Cape Town on the 26th and one in Johannesburg on the 25th. So first Johannesburg 25th and then Cape Town 26th. The keynote speaker is a lady called Carol Abad, who's the chief executive of a company called EXP, who are a leading experiential company in Africa. Carol herself is a Kenyan of origin and runs EXP as a group across Africa, out of South Africa, and is based in Johannesburg. So we're really looking forward to her insight, actually, because she's got some very clear, what she calls commandments on how to tackle marketing and consumer connection across the continent, and in different ways across different countries in Africa. So following Carol, I'm myself am going to be doing an in-depth presentation, which I need to do in about probably 40 minutes, but when I say in-depth, a real close look at the different kinds of consumer archetypes across the African continent, and inside of that, what kind of attitudes do they hold as individuals, as types, as typologies, if you like, and how can marketers better connect with those individual consumers by understanding what those attitudes mean. Yellowwood.co.za, so letter Y, WOOD.co.za, and we have a section there for events and white papers, and if people do click on that, they can find out the details of the event and actually arrangements in respect to when they happen, both in Johannesburg and in Cape Town.